Hello dreamers, welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Today we're gonna go through a couple news pieces about the upcoming update. And I know it's late, you probably already read the article, but in case you haven't, or in case you wanna hear my thoughts and opinions about the stuff that has been revealed, this video is for you. I appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. There's more update news that are going to be coming out soon, and I'm going to be covering all of them. So this is an article in Polygon, on Polygon website that basically is kind of talking about the update, but also has some bits and pieces of the interview with a person from Gameloft that brings a couple more details that we haven't known before. So I'm not going to read the whole article, just the pieces that are new and relevant. So Disney Dreamlight Valley developer Gameloft Montreal announced its next update, which will include Tiana, her restaurant, and a new restaurant stall, which is actually super exciting, and I'll tell you why in a second. It sells pre-made meals. There's going to be more details for it in a second, but I'm just going to tell you right now, this is an absolute game changer. It will also come with 1920s style decor to give Dreamlight Valley some New Orleans flair, which is super exciting. I love getting new styles. I hope there's enough items to actually create a decent build out of it. We got Josh LaBelle, who told Polygon that players can expect lots of new delightful interactions between Tiana and the Valley cohort. I particularly love seeing Tiana trading recipes with Remy as they compare the finer points of Cajun and Parisian cuisine. Clashing with Mother Gothel, of course. Is there any character who doesn't have a confrontational dialogue with Mother Gothel? She has no friends in the Valley, it seems like. Good. And sharing her culinary talents and New Orleans traditions with the Valley. That sounds awesome. It sounds like she's going to be a very unique character with very unique interactions. I hope she sings. I hope there is one of her animations is her singing. That would be so awesome. Though it probably will get old pretty quickly if you hear it every 5 seconds, but we'll see. So we are getting the ending of the Rift in Time. We're getting the Agrabah Palace and the final quest to bring Jafar into the Valley. We know this. Here is the roadmap in case you haven't seen. So thanks to Justin for sending me a high-resolution version of this image. Here it is. You can see Tiana and her restaurant in very high detail, and honestly, it looks amazing. I'm kind of curious if Remy and Tiana are gonna share the villagers, because let's be honest, the Remy's restaurant is getting too full sometimes. There's literally periods where there's barely enough tables for everyone. And as they keep adding more characters, I feel like we need another spot for them to chill. So I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna make certain characters use Tiana's restaurant as their restaurant, and certain characters use Remy restaurant. So maybe it's gonna change, but like if they bring a couple more villagers, Remy's restaurant is just gonna burst. So it's good to split the load a little bit. But that is not the most exciting part about her restaurant. Tiana's Palace is indeed a new restaurant for the Valley, and it will share some of the same functionality that Chez Remy has, acting as a place for villagers to gather and enjoy meals served by the player. I literally just said, I should just read the article and then talk about it, because I'm just gonna try to predict things that probably are already in the article. So basically, yeah, it seems like it's gonna be the same functionality, which is super cool. I like it. We can have different layout. I am curious though, is it gonna... There's another option how it may work. It may actually just duplicate the Remy's restaurant. For example, people who are scheduled to be in the restaurant will be inside both restaurants, which means if you enter Remy's, you're gonna see the same people sitting in the Remy's, but if you enter Tiana's place, it's gonna the same villagers are gonna be sitting in Tiana's place. This is good for in terms of you literally doesn't matter which one you enter, you can just go into the one that you personally prefer the looks of. But this will also mean that it doesn't solve the problem of the overcrowdedness of the Remy's place. But we'll see. It's really hard to tell right now how exactly it's going to be implemented. I want to shout out the artists of the team who did an amazing job bringing Tiana's palace to life with direct inspiration from the beautiful visual style of Disney, The Princess and the Frog. I just watched the movie, and I cannot wait to see what they did with the place. What will set Tiana apart from Chez Remy is the new stall that will accompany her restaurant. At Chez Remy, players can purchase ingredients, but they've never been able to purchase full meals. Tiana will offer players a daily rotation of food, including some meals that are uniquely New Orleans inspired. So, the way I see it, it's gonna be... do we have a photo of this stall? I don't think we have the photo of the stall, but it's... I'm guessing it's gonna look similar to Kristoff's stall or D-stall. And daily rotation of meals, I'm assuming that every single meal that exists in the game will have a chance to make an appearance, and you're probably gonna have like a daily limit, maybe like 10 for each meal. In my opinion, this is a game changer in terms of if somebody doesn't like cooking, or if somebody doesn't carry a bunch of ingredients stacked in their chests, and they could potentially need certain meals for example, for Star Path, it's very useful to have certain meals because a lot of villagers will request meals as their favorite gifts, which is going to be much easier potentially. Actually, okay, if we think about it, what's easier, to rummage through a bunch of chests trying to find a certain meal, or just make it? It's hard to tell. I feel like making it will be easier because there's hundreds of meals, and if you try to stock on all of them, it's gonna require you multiple chests. But where it does excel, in my opinion, is energy, because it says right here, with this edition, even players who don't love cooking will now be able to get the benefits of 5-star meals each day. So it seems like it's guaranteed to have at least one 5-star meal every day. And 5-star meals, not all of them, but a lot of them are very good for energy. So if you don't want to be constantly making those fruit salads or anything fancy, you can literally just use whatever money-making method you're using for money. For example, pumpkins. Let's be honest, it's pumpkins for 99% of people watching. So you can just farm pumpkins and never worry about cooking, and just get your energy supplies from Tiana's stall. You can buy whatever meals in 5-star meal, or sometimes 4-star meals might actually have more energy than a lot of 5-star meals. But if we can get 10 meals a day, I feel like it's going to be enough to basically keep your energy up. Depends on how much you play. If you play less than the whole day, it's probably going to be enough. And this also gives you a benefit of eating different meals every single day, which I know doesn't really mean nothing. It's just for fun, but like it's kind of like in real life. You're gonna feel like you get to try something new every day, and it's definitely very exciting. So I like it. I think it's gonna be a great change. All right, so there was a question. Do you have any favorite moments or interactions, even small things, from the upcoming new content? Tiana is such a fun character. The team has done an amazing job creating interesting interactions between her and the rest of the villagers. I particularly love seeing Tiana trading recipes with Remy. Oh wait, we already read this. Ooh, the Jafar's twisted version of Agrabah Palace for our players to explore. I'm excited. I love new places to explore, and it sounds like it's gonna be kind of like a maybe like the Forgotten had their own twisted version of the main castle. We're gonna have a twisted version of the Agrabah Palace, but the thing is, we don't actually have the normal version of the palace. So I wonder if we will get the normal version of the palace when we complete the quest and clear it and fix the rift in the sky and stuff. But I'm sure this new location is going to be filled with lots of puzzles, cool areas, cool rooms for us to explore. So I'm excited. And few more surprises that draw on Disney history to create some special moments with a certain classic character. Excuse me? Certain classic character. I mean, we know that Jafar is coming. It's been confirmed multiple times. So Jafar, we're getting Jafar as a villager in the end of this. So I'm assuming he's gonna get reformed. Reformed, yeah. So does this imply that there is gonna be another character that we're gonna meet in the palace and potentially have a chance to bring them into the valley? Or is it still referring to Jafar? I feel like they have Jafar in the same sentence, and then they mention a certain classic character. I feel like if it was Jafar, they would word this differently. Okay, this is actually exciting. Let me think about this. Create special moments with a certain classic character. Does it mean that we're actually gonna get that character, or is it gonna be just like they're gonna be part of the quest, but they're not gonna be playable? Maybe it could be Genie. It is Genie. It is Genie. And we're gonna meet him and probably gonna interact with him, but I don't think we're gonna bring him in the valley. That's my guess. We're gonna meet Genie, but he's not gonna be as a character. He's gonna be just as a reference. Maybe we'll be able to see his visage or something, or hear his voice. But we're not going to be able to get him as a playable character just yet. That would explain why there was a voice actor for Genie and yet no mention of a Genie as a playable character. That would actually explain it. So my guess, we're going to get Genie in some form in this quest, but not as a playable character. We'll see if I'm right or wrong soon. So next they talk about basically how they want to really work on things that quality of life improvements that people have been requesting. Stuff like search bar, they basically saying search bar here, making the game smooth, which would be awesome. They're trying to provide something exciting for each kind of player, which is I completely agree. They've been very successful at this. I feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley has so many different ways to play it that can satisfy absolutely any player out there. Alright, so then they talk about the new multiplayer features that are coming in 2025. So they basically saying that some of the main issues people have with multiplayer is, first of all, they don't have enough people to actually play with. For example, none of their friends play Disney Dreamlight Valley, so how do you find people to play with? And also, some people are hesitant to open their valley to random people. So apparently, they're addressing both of these issues in 2025. They're going to offer people ways to play together and work towards goals without needing to be online at the same time! And without needing to host other players in their valley. Oh my god! How? How can you... Wait, I don't get it. How can you work together without being online at the same time? That is a head scratcher. Is it gonna be like... No, actually I have no idea. But that sounds exciting. That would solve a lot of issues. And you don't have to host people in their valley. So maybe you meet up in some neutral valley? I don't know how this works. But this sounds exciting. I hope they nail it. The other thing that we've heard from players is that some of them are just not interested in multiplayer and come to our game for a cozy solo experience. That is true. I think that's totally fair, and we want to respect these players and make sure they are comfortable with the way we integrate any new multiplayer features. And I appreciate it too. Alright, now they talk about Rift in Time, which is very interesting. With Rift in Time, we wanted to give players an exciting side story that would bring new villagers, biomes, and optional features to the game. As we work on future content for the game, we've taken a few lessons from the expansion pass. The first is the importance of pacing. Players were excited to have so much to do and so many new quests in A Rift of Time. Unlike our base game, the main story asks a lot of our players in terms of the effort needed to unlock new areas, and the experience didn't always feel as satisfying as it could have. In the future, we are aiming to give players more opportunities to stop, relax, and engage with the sandbox without feeling rushed along to the next quest. We're also aiming to give even more interesting quests throughout. Now that's good. I've seen a lot of complaints about the quests of how repetitive they are. It's basically the same thing. Go talk to that person, bring them that thing, craft something, and then move on. I hope they find a way to make the quests more different and interesting. I wonder what they mean by like I don't think I felt rushed through the Rift in Time. And it says, unlike the base game, the main story asked a lot of, in terms of effort needed to unlock new areas. So is that what you mean? You feel rushed because the next quest is in a new area that you need to grind a bunch of mist to unlock? But like, isn't that kind of giving you an opportunity to stop and relax and engage with the sandbox? But I guess if sandbox is very limited, I mean, I can see what they're saying. Yeah, a lot of things were locked behind the mist. So I wonder, I want to see how they change it for the next DLC. In terms of our level design, we wanted to create a unique world full of secrets to uncover, which we did. In some cases, we heard from players that the world of Eternity Isle had a few too many twists and turns. I cannot disagree with that. That is absolutely true. It took a while to be... I still can't navigate certain areas. There is too many ways to exit and enter each area. So sometimes you just get lost, like which direction you need to be going to get to a certain point. With future biomes, we're aiming to keep the thrill of exploration while making them simpler and easier to decorate. With better and more visible landmarks that are true to Disney stories, we also want secrets and surprises that players find to be more meaningful. I appreciate all of those things. To be honest, I feel like I do like the fact that Eternity Isle has a lot of smaller areas and different levels. I just didn't get to decorating it yet, but I feel like it would be a very unique experience to decorate. But I feel like I don't want all of the DLCs to be like this. It's nice to have one like this, but the next one should be a little bit more simple in terms of the navigation and the ability to decorate it. A huge success from Rift in Time that we hope to keep building on its approach to new characters like Gaston, Rapunzel, and Eve. By being true to their accompanying Disney and Pixar stories, as well as the core of our game, the team created hilarious moments with Gaston, like him building a replacement LeFou out of coconuts, as well as the emotionally moving friendship with Rapunzel, and a chance to reunite Eve and Wally. That's true. The quests were top-notch for the characters in Eternity Isle. A Rift in Time reaffirmed for us the core of the game that we want to hold on to and build on. Magical moments with beloved characters set in beautiful worlds that players can decorate and make completely their own. I agree with all the visions. Please keep bringing more. Are you able to share the current active player count? Ooh, numbers. We have a healthy and stable player base at the moment, and see that many of our players continue to be excited to return to the game whenever we add a new character that they love. With that in mind, we're currently very focused on building out a strong roadmap for 2025 filled with Disney favorites. We're excited to share more of this with players soon. And aren't I excited as well? Alright, this was awesome. This was a great interview. We learned a lot of things. It does seem like the game is nowhere even close to being done with releasing new content. Basically, at least for the rest of 2025, it seems like they have a very high commitment to new content and bringing out lots of new things and fixing all the issues. So that's good news for me, especially because that means that hopefully the Disney Dreamlight Valley is going to keep engagement high, which means it's good for the channel. So I'm not going anywhere either. I'm enjoying Disney Dreamlight Valley now probably more than ever. Especially after taking a couple breaks, I'm going to be ready to finally jump back into decorating. It's going to be so much fun. Dream Snaps are phenomenal. Even though Dream Snaps can definitely be improved, especially the voting and the rewarding part. But it's still like such a unique feature that I have not seen in any other game. And I don't think any other game can pull off Dream Snaps because it has everything for it. It has beautiful characters, iconic items, it's just perfect game for this kind of competition. So I'm really excited with everything there is to come to Distant Dreamlight Valley to make it even better. And I hope you're excited too. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about this interview? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Also, what would be your, like, what kind of multiplayer changes would make you reconsider? For example, right now you don't even want to touch multiplayer. What feature or what addition to the multiplayer would make you reconsider? I'm very curious. It seems like right now people either don't care about multiplayer at all or actually use it a lot. And I feel like for me personally, if we were actually able to work towards things together, and it would be helpful, like there would actually be a tangible benefit to grinding star paths together with somebody. Maybe we could share the stuff that we get, so it's faster and easier. That would actually feel that we're doing things together. That would be really cool, because right now it just doesn't feel like we are together, even if we are in a multiplayer. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and take care.